What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. I want to have a discussion about Darvin Ham as the Los Angeles Lakers head coach because honestly, I just feel like the man is mid. I don't think he's a championship head coach. I want to have a dialogue about it, and I kind of want to give my side of why I don't believe in him as a championship level guy. It's just what it is. It's nothing personal. I'm just not on board. So, before I do, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. Please like the video, but let's talk about the main big flaws that Darvin Ham is directly responsible for with this Los Angeles Lakers team. To put it simply, I just believe he's holding them back. He's doing more negative than good, and it's costing them games. I think he's cost them more games than he's helped them win, essentially. And I feel like he's one of the most stubborn coaches in the league. You're on a 15-0 run? Go ahead. I'm not going to call a timeout. No worries. We'll let it snowball into 20. You're on a 7-0 run? Nah, we'll let it snowball into 15. Like, he sits there, and you see it all over. He sits there, hands in his pockets, and lets things just go to hell, essentially. He just lets everything fall apart, right? That's in-game stuff that we're talking about here. Continuing with the in-game stuff, and this is even pre-game stuff too, rotations. His rotations have been trash basically the entire time. And this is in a situation where he didn't use the lineup that got the Lakers to the Western Conference Finals until like 45 or 50 games into the season. He didn't even try to use it as a starting lineup. It worked all the way up until that point, and they were like brand new together last year, right? And you don't even try it is like mind-blowing. That's like a huge red flag, in my opinion, on his coaching tenure. And of course, we got to talk about Darvin Ham's favorite player, Taurean Prince. It's like the dude played way too much, and Taurean Prince is not a bad NBA player. He's not bad. He's an okay NBA player. Good for like, I would say 14 minutes a game. Not 30. Not 32, and should not be in over guys like D'Angelo Russell or Austin Reeves, who are just provide much more. Right. He just, for whatever reason, just loved him some Taurean Prince. And it handicaps them in a lot of ways because you're playing him over guys that are better offensively and are going to win you more games in the regular season. He's not going to come up and clutch up on defense and lock somebody down. He's not that good on that end to where you should bench D'Angelo Russell for him. You should not do that in any way. The fact that we had Reeves off the bench for so long, and clearly it wasn't working because the workload was too much for him to be the main ball handler, and then the 3-guard lineup stuff. Why? The only reason it remotely worked last year for a few minutes a game was Dennis Schroeder. Because he's very good at point of attack defense. You do not have that with any of our 3 guards. Why are we running it out there? It's so obvious to tell why it worked last year and why it barely worked last year. The 3-guard lineup lost them games last year, a lot of times. But you don't have a Dennis Schroeder on this team that's a point of attack, just dog on defense. You don't have that. So why are we using it? You have LeBron James. He's on the floor. He's going to have the ball. Why do we need 3 guards with him? You don't. It's pretty simple. If LeBron James is on the floor, 80% of the time, he's going to be the one dribbling that ball. So 3 guards out there just makes no sense because what does it do? It makes you short. You're not as good on defense because you don't have as much length. And they're redundant because they all do the same thing. So we have 3 guys doing the exact same thing with LeBron James and maybe Anthony Davis on the floor. Why? They don't complement anything. It's cool when you have, a D'Lo and an Austin Reeves and Braun out there. That's fine. And you have a Rui. We're going to get into Rui too. And an Anthony Davis. You have like a little bit of size there. You have some spacing. Like it's a good looking lineup, right? We're diving into Rui now because it took however many games to realize, oh, we're paying this guy a lot of money and he was really good for us in the playoffs last year. Maybe I should try playing him and like giving him an extended opportunity. It took so long for that. So long. And that's my problem, is that it's taking 50 games to get to that point. It should take 5 games to get to that point. It's taking him 10 times as long to make the right decisions as it is every good coach in the NBA. And that's my problem, is that it's taking way too long. When you get in a 7-game series, you don't have 5 games to screw around and toy with lineups and wait to change things. You've got maybe 5 minutes in some games to do that. So good luck with that. It's not going to work. And another thing that I feel with my soul, he does not prioritize Anthony Davis on offense on this team. If you did, you wouldn't put 3 guards out there that need the ball to do something, right? Anthony Davis should have been the number 1 option on the offense, or at least that should be the goal every game, is that he's going to be the number 1 guy. And if he, is a little off or whatever, if somebody gets hot, then that guy's number 1 guy. That's how you do it. But he is the most dominant player they have. He's insane on defense, and we're going to dive into that too, because he doesn't get used defensively how he should. But you don't use him enough, and you keep putting him out there with guards that don't look for him. The only guard on the team that looks for Anthony Davis is D'Angelo Russell. He's the one that will feed him. Nobody else really does it. So, diving into the Anthony Davis stuff, and I'm going to go back to the Nuggets game from a couple days ago, because the Nuggets flat out have the Lakers number. That's the truth. That's the cold hard truth. The Denver Nuggets have the Lakers number right now, because they're an awesome team, right? But they're not that much better. Every game is the same. It's close until 3 minutes left, and then Denver clutches up and finishes it off. Partly because they have really good continuity, because their coach puts those same lineups on the floor, so everybody knows where everybody's going to be. And the coach doesn't change things when they don't need to be changed, and he does make the changes when they need to be changed. This is a lot of credit to Mike Malone. Darvin Ham doesn't do that. So you'll have Rui Hachimura, who is an okay defender, but he's not a defender you're going to put on Nikola freaking Jokic in the clutch time. That's something you would not do. It worked for a first half in the playoffs last year. One first half. Didn't work again after that. And he lets it go all the way. And this is in games where the Lakers, if you want to get out of the play-in, it's only like 3 games, right? You're only like 3 games back. But you lose that game because you don't make the adjustment until way too late. Anthony Davis is guarding Aaron Gordon. Congrats. Aaron Gordon is going to be there for putback dunks. That's what he's going to do. He's going to be there to rebound. But ultimately, you can put Rui Hachimura on that guy and maybe be okay. And then you let Anthony Davis go at it with Nikola Jokic. They're 2 of the best players at their positions. It makes sense. You can live with it. You can double team, whatever. But you can't leave Anthony Davis off the other team's best player as your best defender. It's a dumb idea. And this is why I'm going to give a lot of credit to a coach like Frank Vogel, who the Lakers had and they scapegoated because they gave him a terrible team and got mad when they couldn't win because they had terrible floor spacing. The roster construction was trash. So they made Frank Vogel the scapegoat. Darvin Ham has a great team, has great talent on this team, and has done less with it than any other coach. Just call that what it is. He has more talent than Frank Vogel ever did and has managed to do way less. Right? I never thought they should have fired Vogel, but I understood that somebody had to be the scapegoat, and of course it's not going to be your star players because nobody ever holds those guys accountable in the NBA anymore. And it was either that or the GM. So the GM was like, obviously we're just going to fire the coach and we'll find a new coach. That whole thing it's come back to bite the Lakers because Frank Vogel's coaching a Suns team right now that's playing very good. They're not great in the clutch yet, but they're very good overall, and they've been injured all year long to star players. Devin Booker missed a lot of time. Bradley Beal missed a ton of time. And the Suns have been kind of just rolling along, and they're you could see their team is building to the playoffs, and they're on the path to being a team you don't want to play in the playoffs. The Lakers, on the other hand, are freaking just this the whole way. There's no consistency, and I think, in my honest opinion, consistency starts at the top. And they don't have that. They just don't have that. So, yeah, I'll be honest, man. I'm off on Darvin Ham. I just think he's mid. I just think he's an okay coach who has been given way too much talent and doesn't know what to do with it. So I just, it's really, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's incredible that the Lakers are at this point, because this was a team that no doubt should have been top 4 going in. I know we've missed Vanderbilt, and I know Gabe Vincent's been out, but in reality, they're still good enough. They should be in that top 4 or 5. A lot of other teams have had a lot of injuries and are doing way better than them. So, I think the Lakers have a Darvin Ham problem. Let me know in the comments what you think of Darvin Ham. Do you agree that he is a problem for the Los Angeles Lakers and it's costing them games? Or do you disagree? Do you think it's more on the players, more on LeBron, more on D'Angelo, more on Anthony Davis? let me know in the comments, because I'm cool with that too. There's definitely accountability to be given to everybody on the team. I just think the first and foremost biggest problem is Darvin Ham. But if you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. Please like the video. Really appreciate you guys for tuning in on this one. I can't get with Darvin Ham right now. I don't know if he's ever going to impress me. But thanks for watching. Peace.